Moody Virgo Arts. Hi, I had to say that slowly. Good. Moody Virgo. I wanted to say Vigoro, like somehow it was vigorous. I don't know why I did that. I'm sorry. Thrifting with ADHD. You were over in Nicole's show. Yeah, you're over here. Hello. Good morning. Honda Chick. Good morning. Oh my gosh. Look at all the folks in the room. Good morning. Hang on. I got to catch up with everyone. Good morning. Storage Share. Good morning. Nietzsche. Good morning. Dafaja. Good morning, Dafaja. How are you feeling today? Christine. Good morning. Metal Wolf. Good morning. And again, Moody Virgo Arts. I will not say Vigoro like I'm singing a song. Little Squirrel. Hello. Honda Chick is such a cute name. I love it. And Angela Ashley, hello. Leah, hello. Mamarazzi, good morning. Black Metal, good morning. Vintage Besties, Rustic Finds, good morning. Good morning. You heard good things about the rooster. They're all lies. All freaking lies. It's not true. Any of it. None of it's true. Mary Lack, good morning. How are you? 13 with ADHD says, I'm hopping all over and saying hi to my friend faves, eating an amazing breakfast bowl. This new place in Napanee. Ooh, all healthy stuff. That sounds really good. Thrifty Dragonfly, good morning. And wasting away again in Margaritaville. Good morning, Marcia. How are you? You're feeling good. I'm so glad to hear that, Faja. Good morning. Yeah, boy, Jake. What's up? I feel like I should be like, what's up, Jake? I don't know. Is that right? I'm not doing it right, am I? I'm so old. Classic logo. Good morning. How are you? Thank you. They're green. This is green, but I couldn't find a bright green that I liked. I went out I went out to try and get like a nice bright green, but I could not find anything in my size. So, oh, you love seller chats. Awesome. Classic logo. So welcome to mine. I'm a Canadian seller, so sometimes I guess you won't see mine because it won't show up. It's harder to find us Canadians, but we're everywhere. We're everywhere. Dave from Alberta, speaking of, a Canadian who's everywhere. Where did I get them from? You can get them on Vooglam. That's the latest place that I saw them. You can get them with or without stuff. Yes, happy St. Patty's Day. You need to wash your good luck shirt. Does that take it away? Or if it's a good luck shirt, I have a good luck shirt. That's not this shirt. Yes, this is a seller's. It's a Q&A. It's a morning chat. It's a seller's chat. It's whatever you want it to be. If you want to talk about anything, if you want to talk about, oh, thank you. Little Squirrel says, I have created a huge list of all the Canadian sellers I've come across. Should I post it on the Discord? Yeah, absolutely. I would love for us to figure out a way to do like some sort of directory or something. That would be awesome. That would be really great. Yes, I'm Canadian. I'm in Canada. I'm in Hastings, Ontario, but you don't need a passport to come to this show. There are no tariffs. Yes, Canadians can buy art from you. If you're a Whatnot seller, everyone in the world who's on Whatnot can purchase from you. You really can't select. It's not like eBay where you can say I'm only going to ship to this place. You would need a passport to literally visit me, but you don't need a passport to be here in this room. That's for sure. Purple Turtle Hobbies. Yes, Mimics. Mimics is one of our faves. One of our faves is Mimics. Mimics is awesome. How are you, Purple Turtle Hobbies? That is the cutest name. Why would we hate on you? Did you create tariffs? Did you personally threaten to annex us? No, so I'm not gonna hate on you. I'm not gonna hate on you. So yeah. Well, if you get me started, you know what happens, right? We do not hate okay. You may encounter some Canadians who are going to say that they dislike Americans. Though it's very few and far between. Will you find Canadians who will do that? Mimics, what's up? So yes, this is always a safe space for everyone. And if you want to just rant and let it all out, this is a safe place to do that. And it sucks. It sucks what's going on. Yes, I do call him the orange hole. So if that offends you, you should probably swipe out. But that is my new name for him. because the orange man didn't seem to really stick it. Um, hate a strong word, maybe. Well, no, I think that Kyle, I think that there's too many people who've been lied to for so long that they don't know what the truth is. Lies have become truth, truth has become lies, right? Like that it is a communist state in that way, that there is media that is controlled, and is there's no fact checking allowed. Like if you fact check somehow, that's an insult to the leader. We fact check in Canada. So, and I was about to repost something on Instagram that was a comparison of Canadian versus US taxes. And then I went, wait, I'm going to double check that. And I double checked it, and it was BS. So there is BS on both sides of the fence. So no matter which side of the fence you're on, and there shouldn't really be fences, should there? No matter which political affiliation you currently have, fact check. Look for the facts, because they don't, facts can't lie. You can't facts real facts can't lie, but people can, and people do. I was a political operative, so I know. We would stretch the truth. We would pick the data that we wanted to tell you. That's just the way it is. Yes, if you're Canadian, please put out your flags for Kyle, so Kyle knows there's tons of Canadians in here. Um, I didn't quit. I just moved on to other things that I enjoyed more. Moody Virgo. I didn't quit politics. I just decided there were much better things that I enjoyed. Um, Belle Belle Riviera. There's a new seller having her first show today, and she has free shipping on. She's saying it's a promo for first show. Is she correct? Well, if she wants to do free shipping and pay for the free shipping, then yeah. But if she's turned on free shipping, thinking that she's not going to pay for the shipping, you could be an operative, and that's okay, Moody Virgo. Take all notes you want. And in fact, I'm streaming on YouTube, so you can just rewatch it, and tell all your FBI friends. I like getting my views up. I don't plan on crossing the border anytime soon. So Belle Rivera. So is it Rivera? It's not Riviera. Belle Rivera. So Belle, if they're an American seller and it's their first time doing a show, and they have selected, if they selected free shipping, then they will be paying for all the shipping for anything they sell during that show. That's not true. All she has to do is go in and edit. So she just goes to the show, edits the show, and you can change it to ship it to a different shipping. As long as it's before you start the show. Border City Thrifts, if she's live at this very moment, you can't do anything about it. If she's gone live, then she should, if she starts selling, it's just a very expensive lesson she's about to learn if she starts selling. But if she's selling low weight stuff, she's probably going to be around $9 for each shipment at the most. If she's careful, if she has low weight stuff, she should be okay if she's selling mostly to the States. She's selling clothing. Okay, so yeah, she can't do anything about it while she's live. So low weight is that it's low, it weighs a low amount. Yeah. Low weight means that the items weigh low amounts, so therefore the box is going to weigh low. So 0 to 1 ounces, 1 to 3 ounces, 4 to 7 ounces, 8 to 11 ounces are all relatively low weight. If she also selected flat rate shipping, then and if the stuff is going to be able to fit into a small box, then, or a poly bag, if she's selling clothing, she might be okay. She might be okay. But again, nothing, she's already gone live, and if she's already started selling, she's already committed to the free shipping. Yeah, so it is what it is. Yeah, I don't think anytime soon we're gonna be able to set. I would like to do reduced or max shipping in Canada. I think that would be nice. No problem, Belle. I hope she has a successful show. But you know what? You can always it's totally up to her. Which please don't panic her in her show if she's doing well, and as long as she's not doing $1 starts. Oh, thank you, Rebecca. How are you? I decided to go with green because, happy St. Patty's Day. And look, taste the rainbow of fruit flavors. Yeah, it'll be a successful show in that she'll have introduced herself to a bunch of people. People will be very excited about her and they'll come back to her next show. And so she might lose a little bit money on this show, but she will gain a following. So think of it as a business expense. And yeah, very good lesson. But yeah, people can be pretty Sword Share says people can be pretty chill and help out when it's a first show. Go send her a tip, and help cover it. Yeah, be awesome. Exactly. If I saw that she was doing that, I would just throw her a tip, and if I bought something from her, I would also throw her a tip. But again, that's totally up to the individual, right? Thank you, Jonelle. Did I say that right? Thank you so much. Um, 13 with ADHD says we've all had shows where we had to learn some hard lessons and helps us grow. I know. I've done some. Like when I used to do like $1 starts on like stuff that would take $5 a bubble wrap to wrap. Yeah, hi, my name's Kim. Hi, my name's Kim. I sell things for too low. And I can't stop myself. Hi, Jonelle. Jonelle, I love that name. Okay. Um, Dave says, here is one for the Whatnot Gods, Kim. I got a new postal code, same location. Shipping on Chit Chats is double to the new code than it is to the old one. Okay, I don't understand that. Can you DM me with the two postal codes? That would be awesome. That would be great. Good morning, Journey to Morning Star. How are you, Darla? Good morning. And hello to everyone else that I've missed. Good morning. Porter City Thirst, you're so sweet. Um, Moody Virgo Arts asks, can you help me figure out how to get the prices up? Put the price, yeah, and here you are allowed to share your shows and ask for followers and all that kind of stuff. Tell us about what you do. Tell us where you're from. Tell us everything. Thank you, Border City Thrifts. Let me moderate. Bloop. And wait, Dave needs the power too, because he'll feel sad. Just kidding. Good morning, Gigi. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Um, so start your my recommendation is that when you start your auctions, start it not where the big sellers are. Start it where you're the most comfortable. That if you ask yourself after I've packed it and shipped it and everything else, am I going to be happy with the amount of money I'm going to get from Whatnot for this sale? And if the answer is yes, then that's a good spot. One of the things that you can do in an auction, and let me just show you really quickly with, let me see. So one of the things that you can do as a newer seller is, this is actually a psychology thing too. It's if you want, there's a reason why when they, for example, you go into a store and they have a sale on, and they'll say regular price $140 on sale for $99. They may never ever ever have sold it for $140, but because you see that it was 140 and now it's 99, you think you're saving money. There was JC Penney. I don't know who's old enough to remember. JC Penney at one time decided to go with this. The CEO decided to do this really cool thing, which was have fixed pricing, no sales, no discounts, no bargains, no coupons, just you come into the store and you're going to get the lowest price possible. Like this is the price, instead of the games where it was like $150 now on sale for only $100, right? Or $99, because they got to put it in that 99 or 97 or 98. It failed. It actually failed. People, JC Penney lost a huge amount of sales that year that they tried it, and they had to back off they fired that CEO who had this brilliant idea of transforming, right? He was going to transform JCPenney into this honest sales company. And the reality was people didn't want honesty. They wanted to feel like they were getting a bargain. So they JCPenney went back to, so you'll see a price tag and it'll say $140, and then it'll say on sale now for 125, and it never actually goes back up to like, it'll just go to another sale and then another sale. It's all in psychology. So anyways, I'm not saying be JCPenney. What I'm saying is, so say you were doing this particular, pretend this is a thing, okay? This is a pretend auction I'm doing. So I would love to get $99 for this item. So I start the auction and I say, I'm going to run this for, um I have it listed first at $99, but I'm okay if it only goes for 79. So I say, you know what? Today I'm going to drop the price to only $79 just for today. Now, did I want to get $99? That would have been awesome, but where I wanted to start it at was $79. Or let's do a little bit lower. So you started off at $50, let's say, and then you don't get any takers. So you say, you know what? Or sorry, we started at 99. You can also flash sale. Yes, you can flash sale, but this is reverse auction, okay? This is the reverse auction system. So we are reducing pricing to create excitement about a deal. So you reduce the price. So we started off at $99 and I dropped it down to um $79. But I'm like, you know what? You know what? It's St. Patty's Day. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to drop it to $59. I know, I'm crazy. Who would think? But I'm going to do it just today because it's St. Patrick's Day, just for you guys right here. Boom, dropping it down to $59, from $99 to $79 to $59. Now, if I really wanted to get rid of it, would I start it at that high? I would go way lower, yes. But reverse auction is something that you can do on, yes, that's why I'm wearing the green glasses. Reverse auction is something that you can do to create excitement. So you start it off, and if you go to a live auction, that's what you're going to see. That's what we auctioneers are trained to do. We're trained to go, oh, give me 50, now 40. All right, now 30, now 20, now 10, now 5, now 2. I got 2, now 3, now 4, now 5, now 6, now 7, now 8, now 9, now 12, now 15. Like, couldn't we have just started at 50 in the first place? No, because the excitement is the going down and then the coming back up again. So when you're selling something, you don't have to start it at $2, $3, $4, $5. And again, this is do as I say, not as I do, because I really suck at this because I put really low prices on everything. Because if I've gotten a deal on it, I want you guys to have a deal, and then I realize I spent too much on bubble wrap and I need to stop doing that. But then I never listen to myself. So yes, there's you're in it's the this is a chance to get a deal. I got better grab the deal before someone else does. So people will jump in. So you can use that reverse auction of starting it at 99, then dropping it to 79, then dropping it to 59, then dropping it to 49. I mean, don't overdo it. If no one seems that interested in the item, then just move on to the next thing. You don't want to spend 10 minutes going like from 99 down to like, you'll see auctioneers are going 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, 2, go up, back up again, right? They're not like wasting their time. They're not spending it like 10 minutes trying to get you to a start point. They run down to the start point. Handmade seller pricing is hard. Yes, Purple Turtle Hobbies. Have you gone into any of custom wood burning shows? I think you would really love custom wood burning. Um she's a handmade seller, and she has really great chat shows, and that are focused on handmade chats, and also raid trains. Because what you want to do is surround yourself by other people who are in that. Okay, I know I'm missing out on the chat. I'm gonna do the slow mode. I'm just gonna turn it on a little bit of slow, so I can catch up. If I miss something, please repeat, so that I don't miss what you said. I apologize if I did miss. So So Darla asks a really good question. So I'm struggling to find where I adjust how long to run an auction. 30 seconds is too much. Can you show me where to adjust? Yes, absolutely. So when you hit start auction, or for example, right here, or if you're doing it from within the store, right here, you've got the amount that you can change. And then right here, you can change it. So typically, when I'm doing a show, I do 10 to 15-second auctions because I talk about it first. Because I want to, because my stuff that I'm going to talk about is got, it might have defects that I need to mention and that sort of thing. So I like to do that before anyone starts bidding so that I don't have to say, oh, I just found something. If you want to cancel it, like that's just awkward. So 10 to 15 seconds. Going less than that, and I know I just did that. I did like 5-second auctions there, but that's because we didn't need to wait. I was just doing an example. Any less than that, there is a delay. There can be up to a 2 to 3 second delay on some people's phones. So if you do like a 5-second auction, or even three or a two, by the time it started, most of your people won't get a chance to actually bid. So 10 seconds would be the lowest that I personally would go. And again, it's take what you like and leave the rest when you're in any chat show, or 15 seconds. If you're a newer seller, I would say 15 seconds. As long as you feel like you can fill that void of time. And then one of the other things that's really important now, that's in counter bid times here. See that? So counter bid, if unless you're using sudden death, and if you're a new seller, I don't suggest using sudden death. Um, Sudden death is for like rapid fire storage auctions, or if you're doing a raid train where you need to be rapid fire. Otherwise, leave sudden death alone. Leave the death to itself. Um, but I would change my counter bid time. If you do want to run a little bit faster, change your counter bid time. So instead of, I always put it in the middle at 7 seconds. The counter bid time is if somebody bids on the item, even if the one person bids on the item, it automatically adds another 7 seconds to the counter. So if I've started at if I start at 10 seconds and I have the counter bid at 10 seconds, then every single time somebody bids against the other person, it's another 10 seconds, another 10 seconds. And if a lot of people do wait until closer to the end, when the counters just almost run out, that's when they bid. And so another 10 seconds, and one thing can take like over a minute to run through if you get a lot of bids. So I recommend 10 to 50. If you're a newer seller, I would go with 15 seconds, and I would do 7 seconds as your counter bid time. That would be my recommendation. But again, take what you like and leave the rest. Because, sorry, I'm thirsty. Because you've got to fill that time. Thank you, Aunt Bananas, bunches of bargains. Happy St. Patty's Day. These might wear into the green. So 15 seconds is really great because it gives you enough time to explain what an item is and why it's very exciting and why you should buy it, and look at the front. Um, Even if you're doing winner's choice, yeah, still, because if you get people battling against each other, um, you want that, you need the extra little bit of time. And if you're doing winner's choice, unless you have never, if you so say I have a bunch of things, what I do is, say it's a bunch of jewelry. I don't have any around me right now, so I'm holding up one. I have like 10 brooches. So I hold up a brooch, I show it, I say, okay, that's going down on the tray. Here's this one, that's going down on the tray. I show the next one, I show all the ones that are going to be part of the choice. I show them separately, and then I put them on the tray, and then I tilt the camera down onto the tray. Good morning, Tasha. And then I run for 10 to 15 seconds. So 15 seconds usually for choice, 10 seconds for all the other ones. Because by the time you've already explained it, they already know what they're going to do. So, yeah. I'm just trying to catch up here. Okay. Border City Thrift says, I'm going live on Friday with $6 starts on women's clothes. Woo! Everybody bookmark that show, Border City Thrifts. Everyone follow Border City Thrifts and bookmark that show on Friday. $6 starts on women's clothes. That's awesome. Moody Virgo Arts is doing a daily art show at 12:36. Great time. That's good because it's off a little bit. Off being slightly off is really good because the notifications that went out for 12:30 have already been swiped away by most people when you go live at 12:36, so they're more likely to see you alone as opposed to having a big pile of them. So it is a very good idea. Purple turtle and oh, sorry. Been selling great shelf sitter paintings for $10. Oh, that sounds so cute. Okay, everybody follow Moody Virgo Arts and check out art daily shows at 12:36. Is that Eastern or Central? And KMC new to you. I'm new and building my network. I'll happily trade follows for follows. Tell us about what you sell, KMC. I mean, follow for follow is really great, but the best way to build your buyers is by tell us about what you do. Follow for follow only builds your numbers. Followers, as great as followers are, and I appreciate everyone who has ever followed me, follows don't equal sales. You could have, and I've seen people with like 20,000 followers who have like three people in their room. So make sure that you are looking for organic follows as well as follow for follows. But tell us more about what you do, KMC, new to you. Purple Turtle Hobby says, I'm in Alabama. Handmade raid train coming up this Saturday. Ooh, that sounds exciting. Storage Share says with Chit Chats, if your items are heavy, they put them unprotected on the bottom of a soaking wet truck. Now I wrap my heavy boxes in plastic wrap. No, seriously, they did that? Oh, no. No. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. That's not good. I've had lost packages. I've gone back to Canada Post. Sorry. Sorry, whatnot people. I did try. I did try. But I'm going back to Canada Post for now. So my prices are Canada Post. So but that's good to know, Storage Share. So if you're a Canadian seller and you're using Chit Chats, make sure you I mean my stuff is usually wrapped in plastic wrap. I use this stuff, but good to know. Do 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 do. You missed JC Penney's. Let's see. Oh, good morning, Shauna. How are you? Sorry, I'm finally catching up. Yes, you can name your tiers if you are interested in learning more about how you do your own names for the rewards club tiers. All you have to do is just go to your account on Whatnot, and to Seller Hub on, and it has to be on an Android or iPhone. And then you scroll down to Rewards Club, you click on that, and then you'll see a little edit branding with a little pencil. You click on that and you can edit the pictures, and you can also edit the tier names. So Moody Virgo Arts is asking about how you do a flash sale. Okay, good question. I don't have my laptop with me, so I cannot show you right now, and I'm talking on the iPhone, and they don't have it available yet for Android. So you need to have a laptop or an Android, an iPhone to use, or some other. I guess I could technically. I know it's going to kick me back into the app. So you need to use a browser. So that can be a tablet, a laptop, a Chromebook, something that's got a browser, and then you'll be able to run flash sales. If you don't have an iPhone, you can run it off your iPhone. And flash sales are great because you can set them up in advance and then just run them. It's pretty simple. If you go to help.whatnot.com and just put in flash sales, they'll give you like a step-by-step instructions. But basically, you're going to go and select. It has to be something out of the buy it now. It is not, it has to be in your show in a buy it now, in the buy it now. Auction items are basically their own flash sale already. So you can't turn an auction item into a flash sale unless you first edit the item and create it as a buy it now instead of as an auction item. So if you move it over to buy it now, then you can create a flash sale for it. But it's only for buy it now items. It can be auction items tend to start lower. Yes. They do tend to start lower. But again, you put your prices at what you think is the lowest you'd be willing to go for. You can also just do a show that's everything is in your buy it now, and so you pin an item out of your buy it now. Say it's one of your shelf sitters, and you have it in your buy it now, you pin it, and then you can show it to people. And then if you wanted to, you could do a flash sale, or they could just buy it straight out of the buy it now for that much. So let me just catch up here. As Jonelle says, don't sell yourself short. It may not be that show, but maybe the next show someone will grab it at the right price. Yeah, absolutely. Pricing is very hard when you're a handmade seller, and I think the key. KMC says has a full-time job, so gotta run. KMC underscore new to you has two new with tags women's swimwear shows this weekend. If you're interested, please bookmark and follow. Okay, so Purple Turtle Hobby says wire wrap jewelry. Ooh, okay. Um, and Moody Virgo Art says, so I've been walking around showing the paintings and kind of doing buyer's choice. So how long do you suggest for auctions? So I would show the paintings, and then instead of doing like I would do if say you had an entire wall full of them, I would go with a smaller selection because people get overwhelmed by too much choice, and then they can't decide, and then they feel like awkward. I don't know what I'm going to do. So I would suggest you go and you look at this section of 5 shelf sitters and say, and this is only a suggestion. You do not have to do anything that I say. But yeah, so like just do a section and say, buyer's choice out of here. Let me tell you about them, show you them on all sides. And then you run that. You can run that auction, or you could just pin the item, and then people could buy as they wanted to. And then as soon as someone buys, if you have it out of your buy it now that it's on choice, then the person would have to tell you in stream what they want, um, before you could then, because you know what happens, somebody buys and then someone else buys on top of them, etc. It's harder when it's in the buy it now to do choice when you're live streaming, because if someone else bids right after, if someone else buys out of the buy it now right after the first person bought out of the buy it now, but the first person hasn't said that they want the duck, and the second person wants the duck, but the first person hasn't spoken up yet to say that they want the duck, and then the second person says I want the duck, and the right, then it's like, oh, but there's only one duck. I'm sorry, the first person, what is it that you wanted? And the first person says, oh, but I actually wanted the duck. So then it's like, okay, I've got to give the duck to the first person. I know what the duck. So yeah, it really it hurts your show when it happens. It hurts everything. So that's why auction is easier when you're doing on choice, because don't run the auction again, so no one else can bid until you know for sure which one has been sold, so that the next person to buy off of you isn't wanting the thing that's already been sold. You know what I mean? Am I making sense? I hope I'm making sense. I'm catching up. 18 sales in 1 week. That is awesome. Angie's this and that has a show tonight with randoms from the storage unit and more tonight, at around. I lost the rest. Um how long should you do a show if you have no buyers? I would say you do a show for as long as you expected to do the show. Go through all your things. Remember that somebody could be watching in what I call the lobby. So you're new to my show. So when you go to log into Whatnot, this is what you see. The For You page that you see right here, I call this the lobby. I call this the lobby. This is the lobby. And there's all these rooms that you could go into, right? And so you scan through and you look for the one that you want to go to. But sometimes, like there's green 13. If I hold that, There's green 13. I can watch from the lobby. So sometimes if someone will be watching from the lobby, dang, I wish I was 130, but that's okay. um yes, they can hear you talking. So
the problem is, you, I'm going to do a little quick promotion here, everybody. Not a problem.
okay, so that's Jeremy, who also does great chat shows on Sundays, by the way. So yes, so they can listen to you in the lobby. So even if you don't have people in your room, it doesn't mean that people aren't listening in the lobby. Um, yeah, well, it's kind of like it's a preview. You're peeking in the window. It's kind of like if this was a main street, right? Um, can you do chat shows if you're bored? I would suggest that you find a way that you can, maybe you do something where you show the making of the item and then entice people with that because they're getting to see how you made the item, and then you can say, and I've got all these in my buy it now, check them out, and then you can scan the room every once in a while and sell. So it's totally up to you. I think what you're going to find, Moody Virgo, is you're going to find your vibe. Everybody has a different vibe on Whatnot. Everybody finds their own kind of niche, a way that they want to do things, and it's going to work for you. It takes time. The first few shows I did, I had very few people in the room. The people I did have in the room were awesome and supportive. They weren't necessarily always buying, and I gave up. I gave up really fast when I wouldn't have a great show. I would just be like, well, I'm just going to end my show. And I did that once when I was doing an ephemera show. And my friend, Allie, messaged me afterward and she's like, what happened? Like, what happened to your show? I tried to go into it, but it was already done. And she's like, I wanted to buy some stuff. And it was like, oh, sorry, I just gave up. I gave up. And Michelle, Time Hop Treasures, she had a really cool show where she had these really niche items, and we were there to support her, and we were chatting with her while she was showing her items, but we weren't interested in them, but we were there. And she she was about to end, and we said, like, I think it was the Thrifty Fox shop, asked her to like run it again, run the stuff again, just go through it again. And when she did, someone came in the room and was like, oh, and bought a ton of them. So sometimes you think, oh, I'm not going to carry on. The other thing is too is invoke Murphy's law, especially since this is, we're Irish today. We're all Irish today. So invoke Murphy's law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. But if you invoke Murphy's law, you can say, um, you know what? I think I'm going to end in about 15 minutes. I'm going to get going in about 15 minutes. I swear, whenever you say that, people start coming into the room and asking for stuff. I don't know why, but the universe is like, I got another thing coming. You know what? You thought you were going to get away, but no, you can't stop now because I'm going to bring you some buyers and people are going to start asking some questions. So, oh, that happened to you too. So I would suggest, look at ways, the best shows on Whatnot are the ones where people are having the most fun. They've figured out how to make this not I mean, it's work. It is, don't get me wrong, it's work, but they make it easy because they're having fun. It's not easy. It is not easy to sell. It is not easy to do back end work, but they're having fun. And so, like what it says in my bio, my shows, I focus on the fun first. The fun comes first. If I'm not having any fun, then I don't know why I'm doing it. Because, I could just have a garage sale, which is not much fun. Although I get to meet people. So I guess it is fun. But, anyways, I think the key thing is to figure out, how can you make this fun for yourself? If you're not having fun the way you're doing it, what can you do to change it up a little bit so it's a little bit more fun for you? And keep adjusting. Don't think you're never going to change what you do, because every single seller, big and small, keeps making small changes. Shinny spinning in circles is okay, mimics. Um, hi, I'm Janelle says, I just love having good company, makes the shows go by nicely. Yeah, absolutely. One of the best things you can do to support another seller isn't necessarily to buy from them, but to share their shows, come into their shows, chat with them. That helps a lot. The other thing that helps to get you more so I'm not running auctions today, right? Because this is a chat show. But the more auctions you run, as I run an auction, the more times you run an auction, the higher up in discoverability you will automatically go. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. Hello, Michelle. How are you? Um, yeah, sorry, I call it the lobby. Okay, I'm catching up. Um, you guys are very chatty this morning. It's Monday. You're not supposed to be this chatty this morning. Shop with Tasha was on very early in the morning, 3:30 a.m., and there were thousands of people watching. It was crazy. Yes, there are people on at all hours. You just have to find the one that's best for you. Um, yeah, and people actually buy, so make sure your store is loaded. Yeah, I always have something in your buy it now is my suggestion. You may think that you just auction is fine. Put some stuff in your buy it now. You'll be surprised how many times people will add to their box after they bought something in your auction. They'll go and look and see. Mimics was on until 2 to 3 a.m. Eastern. You're awesome. Mimics can do long shows, and the longer your show goes for, the higher you go up. The algorithm pushes you up higher in discoverability because Whatnot has found statistically that the longer your shows go for, the more money you're going to make. But if you can't do long shows, then don't feel like you're not going to be a success on Whatnot. There are lots of people who just do half an hour shows and they are successful on Whatnot. Their version of success, comparison is the thief of joy. So their version of success, they're successful on Whatnot. Do not try and compare yourself with a big seller. You could have goals, business goals, hashtag business goals, but don't keep putting yourself on the same, like, say, oh, they've got X number of followers, I'm only at this. That's the thief of joy, and that's going to take away the joy out of Whatnot. And Moody Virgo says she invoked Murphy's law and said, okay, I'm going to get off, and new people came in the room. Yeah, isn't it funny how that happens? Okay, congratulations to everyone who's made egg. I'm sorry that you had to suffer through 3 shows in order to do so. There are coupons available for you if you want to use them, or just save them for another show. I don't think today, I'm not feeling so hot. So after this, I don't think I'm going to do my light and small. This is me taking care of myself because I got a busy week ahead of me. So I need to focus properly on myself. Shop with Tasha. What should I start with as a first time seller? I have 1,000 books, 1,000 pieces of jewelry and watches, 100 scarves, and a billion other things. I'm with you, Tasha. I'm with you on that. Okay. So, what do you like best? What's your favorite thing? I would pick if I was going to do my first show, I would do my favorite thing. If your favorite thing is books, then do a book show. If your favorite thing is jewelry, then do a jewelry show. Or you could do a my favorite things show and pick like 10 things from each one of your collections that's your favorite that you want to show off, that you're willing to sell. So your favorite things you're willing to sell. Um, and and do it that way so you can introduce people to all of it. Put it in like deal hunting. Um, or because if it's books and jewelry and watches and scarves, steel hunting would be perfect for that. And oh, thank you, Aunt Bananas Bunches of Bargains. I love you so much. um so I would say try that. I can be on here every day for 2 years and still not run out of stuff. I know, I'm the same way. I'm the same way. I understand the struggle is real. I'm with you. We are sisters from different mothers because we got to be related somehow because it's totally true. It's the same. Oh God. And Leah and I are about to go and pick up 2,000 plus more of stuff. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna get divorced. That's just gonna happen. He's gonna give in at some point. Especially since my sales on Whatnot have not been as high this since January 21st. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to the economy or something, but anyways, thanks again for that. Him. Just him. Thanking him. Um, so Storage Share has a really great idea. Take batches of each category. So do 10 lots of jewelry, $10. We have the same idea as Storage Share. I love you. What she said too. Storage Share just bought 2 lockers on Friday. Hubs is a champ for his helps. Can you get your husband to talk to my husband? Because my husband thinks this is all a bunch of junk and that it's not worth it and he doesn't want to be involved. Liz, can your husband talk to my husband? Can all of your husbands explain to my husband? I'm now recruiting everyone. Everyone. Can someone teach my husband that this is actually a worthwhile endeavor, honestly? Yes, and then talk to you to get my husband to help me more with the instead of just thinking it's all a bunch of junk that we should just get rid of and dump in the dumpster, which was his latest suggestion. I don't want to jump. You don't understand. It's all good stuff. He just sees it as junk. Okay. Sorry. Good morning, Liz. I love you. I'm catching up. I'm catching up. Oh my gosh. Storage Share says, then I do some shows that highlight one thing. So video games for one night, not my regularly scheduled night though. Yeah, great idea. And Janelle says, you got to love what you're doing. It shows and it makes it more fun, especially if you're very passionate about what you're selling. Yeah. When you get excited about an item, when you can talk about it, then you are totally going to, it's going to come across on the screen and it's going to make people more interested in buying. I'm trying to, I feel like Jeremy would not be pleased with how much ceiling I have above me, but it's covering, I love that the chat covers my double chin. I don't know if it's covering double chin for you guys, but it is for me. So I'm okay with that. Mimic says he's getting another large flat rate box coming of stuff. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, catching up. Moody Virgo Art says my sales in the other auction place got bad. Oh yeah, it is currently tough. The economy has dipped. People are a little bit worried. So that's why the more fun you can put into your shows, the more you can stop and educate people on the thing that they're buying, the more willing they're going to be to part with their very hard earned money. Thank you, Angie. Why don't I have you modded? Oh dear. Okay, there we go. Hi, Ed. Ed is sitting here listening and chuckling. Hi, Ed. Can you talk to Nick for me, please? Pretty please. You've never had your husband help you? If he did, he would need to help him solve quadratic equations. I guess that's true. I'm not interested in helping him put wire up on utility poles, so but I don't think I'm qualified to do that either. He's perfectly qualified to carry boxes in the house for me. I mean, I'm sure your husband helps you with carrying boxes or something. Can I at least get that? I'm just asking for a little. Steffi Joe says I keep telling him that he doesn't have my vision. My vision is a ginormous farm with multiple barns filled. Like, forget Ariel's cavern. I want multiple barns just filled with stuff. Or an auction house where it just goes. I'm going to need more than 4. Definitely more than 4. Joe, now my hubby helps with getting orders together, and that's about it. That's a lot. That's awesome. Moody Virgo Art says people bought my favorite paintings. Oh, that's great. That is awesome. Can you tell me if you have anything available for pre-bids? I assume you meant pre-bids. But I want to know, does it know if I want to ship only in Canada? You can't choose, Tasha. You can't choose which country you ship to. It's all international. So you just choose the weight and whatnot. Whatnot tells each individual. So, like, you look at the shipping for down below, it's going to be different for you than it is going to be for another person. Like, maybe mimics, and you might be like, like, you, if you live in the same area, then it's going to be about the same, but otherwise it's based on where you live. And then it charges, whatnot charges the buyer the appropriate shipping, and then and they pay whatnot directly, and you don't have to worry about that. Yes, Liz, I understand. You are amazing. You are amazing. I love you. I'm hoping one day to have, I have life goals of being Liz. I don't think I'm gonna get there. I don't think I'm gonna get there. I do not have your organization skills, that's for sure. Stop with Tasha. I'm looking at this. Okay, so you're looking at the shipping profile, so you can't choose. Peacock says my goal is to clear stuff out. I want room to walk in my house. I would love to walk in my house too. I think that's a great idea. Oh, your phone wrote. Anyways, I knew what you meant. So you want to get more pre-bids. The best way to get pre-bids is to do a few things. So first and foremost, what you want to do is make sure that you have your store preloaded as long as you can, um, in advance. And then one of the things that you can do, a lot of people don't realize this. If you go into something in your store, let me pick something I haven't done in a while. Oh, let's see. Pin. Okay, so this item right here, if I click on it, you can go to an individual item and you can hit this button right here, the share button. You can hit this button and share it out to your social media. So I can share it into my Instagram stories, for example. Copy link, share. Oh, why is it tilted? Interesting. It tilted it. And then refuse to actually do what I asked. So you can share to your Instagram stories, you could share to your Facebook an individual item and say pre-bids are now open for this. Get in on there to, oh, there you go. Thank you for sharing the raid train. That's awesome. Pre-bids. Good morning, Vintiquity. If you're interested in getting on raid trains, Vintiquity runs raid trains. So message Vintiquity. International. Everyone's welcome. So I'm trying to catch up to the chat. This is always my challenge. Today's show, you have 3 items that say pre-bids. Oh, so in today's show already, Moody Virgo, you have pre-bids. That's awesome. So what you need to do is, just when you start your show or just before you start your show, go into your store over here, and you're going to just click and scan down and see. Oh, goodness gracious. Are you guys okay? Are you guys okay? I haven't done that in a while. That was pretty amazing. You go into your store. Clearly I pushed on something. Hang on, I got to get the rest of it. Sorry. Yes. It was cuz my foot kicked the, yeah. Anyways. Sorry. Is everyone okay? My lawyer's name is Alan McCracken. Contact him. You can use Google. Sorry about that. Sorry for all the injuries there. I haven't done that in a while. That's like, usually I do that at least once per show. So when you're gonna scan in, you're gonna scan and see. I think I just knocked you out of bed, Peacock. I'm sorry. When you're going to scan and see how many of them have pre-bids on them, make sure that, also, when you look in your show, I can't show you right now, but I know, for example, that like this item and this item have people that have saved it. There'll be, if you look at it right now, you're going to see like a little bell with a number on it. That means that somebody has saved it, as like bookmarked it, saved it for later. If you pin this item, then everybody who has it saved, has bookmarked it, is going to get a notification sent out to them. So you want to pin it first before you run it as an auction. Okay, so if you see that you have pre-bids or people who are interested, that's like they're interested in the item, then make sure that you pin it first, then talk about it, then run your auction. Now, is everybody going to get the notification in time? No, but at least that way you've given them some time that some of them may be able to get notified and come into your show. Yeah, the same as Angie says, the same way you would bookmark a show, you can do the same thing within shows. So yes, pin, talk, run. Always be selling, but pin, talk, run if you've got any interest. Absolutely. Yes, it does suck that they will lose out, which is why if there's something that you're actually interested in, then put in a pre-bid. Don't miss out, because if you're not there in the room at that moment, you're going to lose. Kid, did you know there's a pre-bid tab? Yes, there is. Fintiquity is correct. On if you're using a laptop as your second device, or you're streaming from a laptop, but you can use a laptop as your second device, and there is a tab that will show you all your pre-bids now, which makes life a little bit easier. Moody Virgo says, so I bought shorts unbeknownst to myself because I pre-bid during a show. Oh, oops. I mean, if it was a purchase, you could always ask to cancel. Not everyone has to. A lot of sellers will say no to cancellations. When I make a mistake, I just kind of suck it up as another life lesson that I need to learn about being more careful. But it happens. It happens to all of us where we accidentally swipe when we meant to, you know, swipe to another show, and we accidentally swipe the actual auction. Um, Jonelle says, I happened to me. I wasn't able to get to the show, but actually won it. Almost $20 for used shirts. Ooh, are they good? Hopefully they're good used shirts. I hope. So anyway, so if you pin the item, even if it's in your buy it now and you just pin it and then talk about it, the people who had saved it are going to come into your show. And I apologize to those people who have saved it, who I keep using as an example. And maybe coming into the show, because it's like, oh God, there goes Kim again. She's doing it again. She's doing it to us again. But if you've got flash sale set up, for example, with this one, I'm going to pin it and then I'm going to start a flash sale. I have to do this on my iPhone. So hang on, we're going to tilt so I don't knock you guys over again, because I did that and that was awesome. So run as flash sale. And let's see, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Sounds good. There we go. There, flash sale. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, so let me just, there we go. Now I can read the chat better. Let me get back into here. Okay. I'm going to if I miss questions, I apologize. Storage share says, Thrifty Gypsy says, can you go over your pics and how you post them again? My pictures? Or can you give me a little bit more detail about what you mean, Thrifty Gypsy, if you wouldn't mind? I'm sorry. Storage, like if you like on choice. Okay. So for example, let me pull up one that I do a lot. Choice. No, I have to spell choice correctly in order to find choice. Choice, and it'll be an inactive. Okay, maybe not in inactive. I guess I have it inactive. No, inactive. Oh, pulls. That's what I call it. Okay, so for example, I'm going to find one that I actually call choice. Hang on. Please hold. Someone will be with you shortly. So say I was doing choice from the minis tray. So if I was doing my show today, which I'm not, I'm going to have to move my show that's on today. So choice from the minis tray. So what I do is, and this might be, yeah, so I just took a generic picture, a few generic pictures, for this choice from the minis tray. And then if I was running that, I would show, okay, I've got these things that are on the minis tray. Here's one thing, here's another thing, here's another thing. I put them on the minis tray. And then what I tend to do is take my phone. My phone is on a stand that, it fell down, but this is what the stand looks like. So it's got a base and it holds it. So, and then I can tilt it. So I can tilt it really well. So I can tilt it so it's looking down on a tray. So that's why I like that one. Plus it holds it in place, and if I need to move, who sells, you can get them on just about anywhere. Amazon, Temu, probably like Best Buy, Wally Mart, any of those places. Um so so a choice on the tray, I would pin the item, and then the generic that I did, the generic how I set it up. um I don't I honestly have not seen any on here, but you were going to buy, oh, on Facebook, that's Facebook Marketplace is another great place to find. It would be great if someone sold them on here. I wish someone sold them on here. So if someone does know of someone who sells them on here. So my this is an old generic listing, so it doesn't have condition in that because this is an old generic listing I haven't used in a long time. Um, but you just show your items for choice. You would show your items on a tray. You would let people, then you would hit start the auction after you'd showed everything that was going to be on the tray. Then once the auction ends, you ask the winner, okay, which one would you like? And then the person says bear or dog or chicken, and then you go okay, and you take that off, and then you hit run next again. You can hit run next, um, or you can. This is one time when you can hit run next and be safe, as long as your quantity is not just one. Make sure your quantity is way more than what you have, so that you can just keep hitting run next until you've sold everything, or you're moving on to the next thing. Does that sort of answer? I hope that answers it. I hope that answers it. Scanning. Hang on. Scanning. Okay, sorry. Oh, Angie says that she might have her neighbor joining her for homemade resin crafts and more. That sounds like so much fun. Check out Angie's This and That. She does really fun shows. Um, Storage share. I think flash sale is available to everybody. It's you don't. It's after $1,000 in gross market value sales that you will get the rewards club. But everyone should have access to flash sales, and they just may have not realized that they have it because it's kind of hidden. Shop with Tasha says, how come when I go on shows it says does not ship to me, and I also cannot see what the cost of shipping would be for the flash sale you just put up? I don't know. That's weird. Can you see? Wonder why. Do you have a post office box? You might need to check. You might need to check your address. It sounds like your address might be the issue. So double check your address. Sometimes just retyping it in, even though you've already said the exact same thing, just do it again and see if that makes a difference. Just add the same address again to your wallet and select that as your default shipping. That could be the problem. It sounds like your default shipping is off. Um, and it thinks you're somewhere else in the world other than in Canada. Um, okay, Thrifty Gypsy says, can you go over quantity versus posting everyone when you post it? Yes, absolutely. So you have two choices. If you have like say you have 40 pieces of jewelry that you want to sell. Um, but you don't want to take individual pictures of each one. You want to do sort of like generic choices. So there's two ways of doing it. So I'm going to do it through create a quality listing. So When you go in to create an item, you're going to select the category, the title, the description, etc. You putting the quantity, say we put the quantity at 10. So let me just, I'm going to put snacks and candy. I'm going to just take a picture of, I don't know what. There we go. Crop. Complete. And title is test run. And the description is going to be a jumble of words because I'm just doing a test. And the starting bid is going to be $5. And when you hit starting bid, it's going to ask you right here, list these things individually. So if I was to say yes to that, if I didn't turn that on, like for example, this one has like what, 100, the one that's down below is 158 is the quantity. Now, if I had it as 150 and I said, list these individually, I'm going to reduce this to 5. So I just have less to collect later when I've got to delete it. So I'm going to put the quantity at 5. If I do list this individually, it's going to create 5 separate listings. So publish. So, there you go. It's now listed 5 separate listings. So again, when you go into create a listing, you go here to the plus sign, you create your quality listing, you scroll down to the quantity, and then good morning, deals on style. How are you? And then you would say 10. If you then go down to auction, once you hit a starting amount, see, it makes you want to do the it makes you do all the other things first. Dang it. Oh, there we go. Boop, boop, complete. Snacks and candy, write a thing, darn it, before it'll let me show you that. So then it says list all these items individually. And if I said yes to that, then I pick the shipping profile. Shipping profile is going to be 3 to 4 pounds. I hit publish. Publish, 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 waiting for it to publish. And now I've got 10 of those now, right? God, I got to delete all those. Got 10 of those and 5 of the other ones because it's created individual. Now you can do it this way. You can do it this way, or I prefer not to do it that way unless it's like I do that if I have giveaways when Whatnot gives me stuff to give away in my monthly chat show that's got Whatnot swag to give away. Then I will create like 6 Whatnot swag items at once. Bye, Dave. Have a great one. I'll do 6, and then I'll just put 3 into one auction, one show, and then 3 into the next month because I get like 2 months sent to me at a time. So this month is going to be more keychains, and so they're ready to go for this coming the 24th. The 24th is when that's going to happen. So that's when I do it. Typically, I don't use this, but a lot of people in clothing do like to use this. I just find that it's sort of it's extra space. And if you want people to pre-bid on other things you have, if you have multiple quantities like this that are just generic listings, right? If you have these generic listings, a lot of people are just going to stop before they get to your other listings that could be ones that you want pre-bids on. They might just ignore those. So, yeah, it hides your good listings. It muddies the water. So if it's just that's what you're doing is you're doing like 20 things and you're doing them random and it's on choice, you can do it that way. But I just personally, and that's my choice, I find it easier to do something like the one that's pinned down below. But you can do something like this instead. It's totally up to you. It is very much up to you. So that's the beauty of Whatnot, is that the way I like to do my shows are not going to be the way that you're going to like to do your shows. Everybody is going to have a different way to run their shows. And it's actually what I love about Whatnot is that you can do what you want to do the way you want to do it. Okay, let me try and catch up. Hopefully, I'm semi caught up. Yeah, so at Thrifty Gypsy, some people have the time to do like individual listings for every single thing. But that's not me. But then it is very successful for getting pre-bids to do that. So when I do raid train shows that are other people's raid train shows, then I tend to pre-list. And it also gives people a chance to see what's going to be in my show and whether or not they want to come into it. So hopefully that helps you out. Shop with Tasha says I fixed it on my laptop. I redid the address and it works now. Yay! Okay, good. Good. Yeah. So it wasn't that people weren't it's also there was an issue with PO boxes for a bit with chit chats, but um they seem to have fixed that. It was a little bit much, but they've seemed to have fixed that. We did have during the postal strike, and just a reminder for Canadians, the next postal strike is scheduled for the 22nd of May. And unless a deal is reached, they are probably going to go on the picket lines on the 22nd of May. So we could be back where we were in November. And then in November, because of that, Whatnot had to prevent Canadians from buying from outside of Canada. Because we Canadian sellers, yeah, but we Canadian sellers were able to sell internationally during that time because Whatnot gave us bring your own label and it worked out really well. Angie says, my son was putting something in my storage the other day. A lady seen all the goodies and she said, can I date your mom? I love that. I love that. I do need to find a partner in crime, like a friend who's close by who likes this kind of thing, or at least someone who can pretend, who can just be employed by me. Someone who can be employed by me, who can enjoy doing this sort of thing on a regular basis, um, constantly. Because I think I need more than I have someone, but she's only available certain days of the week, and so it's a little bit tougher. But she's awesome, and she's available again. So I will probably get her to come help me, but I will have to rearrange my shows. Yeah. And I also need a bubble wrap magnet, like a magnate. Someone who owns a bubble wrap company who can just give me free bubble wrap, cuz bubble wrap is now like the biggest expense. It was gasoline, but now it's bubble wrap. Bubble wrap is my biggest expense. So, Jenny Lou Who, how are you? Mrs. Corn Dog, that is such a fun name. I'm trying to see what your picture is. Is that Goofy? I can't tell. Yours too. Have you seen the bubble wrap maker machine? Yes, deals on style. The only thing is that because like Albert from AS Auctions, he has a bubble maker, and also the Hodgepodge place. But when I priced out, so in the States, they have better buying power, right, than we do in Canada. In the States, you can get the the machines that make the small bubbles are way more expensive than the machines that make the bigger, like they're about an inch bubbles, and that's great, but that's what I need. Yeah, she has the big one, and she spent a lot of money on that big one that makes whatever you want. um but they're very expensive, those machines. I can't warrant that expense. The other smaller ones that you can get on the bay and stuff, they're great, but they don't make the small bubble wrap, and I really need that for wrapping the items that I sell, right? Um, I love what Haji has. Yes, Chit Chat, Stallion, Costco bubble wrap is all reasonably priced. The Home Hardware and Ace, they get it in. Staples and U-Haul is currently my lowest cost sourcing place is U-Haul, and it's green and it's recycled. It's recycled plastic. Oh, for free. Oh, yes. Yeah, I go to my Home Hardware as well. Yeah, if you go to a lot of companies, oh, especially go to appliance stores, like any place that sells appliances, they tend to get a ton of bubble wrap because they bubble wrap all the stuff. Sports equipment, they also get tons of bubble wrap, and they just get, yeah. So all connect with all the local businesses that have it delivered to them. It's perfectly clean because it just comes straight out of the box. They're going to put it out. They're not going to leave the stuff in the box. They're taking it out, but when they unwrap it, they got all this extra bubble wrap. So always be talking. You should always be talking about your business, as much as you are able to, when you're out and about, and say, hey, do you have any boxes? Do you have any bubble wrap? Do you have any packing material? The free is good. I like free. I like free. Also, what Liz likes, who was in here earlier, she may still be here. She tells the story that she's part of a church community, and people know that she's a reseller, and so they're like, come on over to my car. I got something for you. And she fills up her vehicle every Sunday with tons of packing material because everybody gets stuff delivered now, right? Um, so there's tons of packing material everywhere. Dee Dee Cameron says, I deliver tires, so I always get packaging material from the parts department. Yes. The lady that we're buying the stuff off, she works for a dealership, and so the floor mats have this really heavy foam wrap that they put on them. So she collects that and uses that for shipping. So she's going to grab a whole bunch of us for it. Deals on Style says people are always dropping boxes off at our house. That's awesome. That is so awesome. Yeah, just like let people know that you're willing to take anything that's clean that can be recycled. Because it is better to recycle. And if you look in my free resources down below, one of the things that's in my free resources is 2-inch stickers that you can print out. I guess you could print them out on paper and then tape them on or something, but they're 2-inch stickers for your thermal printer that say, don't judge me by my box. I am lovingly recycled. Because I heard a few people, like I have other stickers too that I previously purchased that I put on, but then I heard someone in a show say, oh, like you should just buy all brand new boxes or you're just not doing it right. And it's like, no, we should be recycling. The more we recycle, the better. Plus, it's more economical for our business. Moody Virgo asks, how do I do a cheap giveaway like stickers so low cost? I did a photo and I paid $4. So let me just view profile for a second. Look at that. 44 mutual friends. How cool is that? Okay, so what you need to do is you first need to turn on first class letter mail. And let's just go to help.whatnot.com because I can't show you on my phone how to do that. Because I'm Canadian, but PWE. So we're going to go to help.whatnot.com. You want to use USPS first class mail letter shipping. It's only available for stickers, trading card games, sports cards, that sort of thing. So first and foremost, you need to make sure that you have first class mail shipping turned on. So you need to you have to enable that option to begin with. So you open up the Whatnot app and you tap on your profile, and then you go under selling, your seller hub. You want to scroll down to shipping. And for US sellers only, you select, there's a toggle on. It says use USPS first class mail letter, and you toggle that to on. It is default turned off. So you have to toggle that on first. Then you need to make sure that when you are adding the item has to weigh 3 ounces or less. So anything 4 to 7 ounces or above is not going to ship by first class letter mail. It has to be 3 ounces or less. And it has to be in the category of either trading card games, sports cards, or stickers. So if you put the photo under stickers, then it would go by, and you have plain white mail envelope. For Canadians, we're out of luck. We're out of luck, Tasha. We don't have the same equivalent of something We don't have something like the US has where it's partially tracked. It's still slightly trackable. So it's tracked from when you, the seller, drop it off at the post office, and then it is tracked when it gets to its final mile post office location. So there is some tracking involved. We don't have anything like that in Canada. We don't. So yeah, yeah, you can just add it to their box, or just, just write a thank you note instead. It's a lot cheaper. And a lot of times people don't necessarily want stickers. You know what I mean? They don't like, it's a great way to break someone's shipping though. So but at the same time, you're the one that's paying for that shipping. So yeah, so you want to make sure that, and also if you're selling something and you're trying to sell it as stickers, or like you want to sell or you want to give away a gift card and ship it, you can, but the gift card value must be $20 or less. So the value of the item must be $20 or less, and you can put no more than 5 cards in a first class letter mail envelope, or it will bump it up to USPS ground advantage. So so that's how you do it. And if you want to learn more and read all about it, go to help.whatnot.com, and then just type in first class, or just put in mail letter. Mail letter. I typed in PWE because we call it plain white envelope. So it does pop up because of that. And they recently they updated this article on February 10th with some more information. So yeah, help.whatnot.com. The links of all of the helpful links, if you go to my show notes and you scroll down until you see a line of fire, all the links are below that. So you can find all the links to like Seller Academy and Whatnot Help and the blog and all that fun stuff. So yeah. So as long as you've got that turned on, you should be okay. But again, this is only for US sellers. It's not available to sellers outside of the US. And welcome. I see Storage Share just added herself to the Discord. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining the Discord. Discord. I can't even speak now. Discord. I can't speak. Okay, so do we have any more questions, or did I miss any questions? I don't want to miss anybody's questions, but good morning, Hand Stitch. Good morning, Melody. Sorry, I apologize. I'm way behind. Yay! I'm glad you found us. Yay! We have a very fun Discord, so everyone's welcome. It's the unofficial Canadian Discord. You had to download it. You can use the web. You can use the web if you want to, like a web browser as well. If you don't want to use the app, just make sure you change your settings, your notifications, because oh, Thrifty Gypsy, thank you so much for the tip. You are so sweet. Thank you so much. Everyone follow the Thrifty Gypsy. Such a sweetheart. Thank you for the tip. Okay, any questions, or if there are no, I'm going to start looking for someone to raid, but if there are questions, uh, you're I deleted all of my, like, I went off of social media during the pandemic because I was just sick of listening to people. And no, Moody, don't worry about it, love. No, never ever. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Let's see who's, oh my gosh. Let's see who's on in community first before we go elsewhere. Okay. I think, let me just listen in. Whoa, geez, did that too loud. Suck it up, Buttercup. I mean, you could say that, I guess. Okay, we're gonna go into Thrifty Druid. I can't even see. I can't speak. I officially cannot speak. Thank you for sharing, Shiwi. We're if you have questions, you can go ahead and ask them. It is okay to ask questions while I'm typing this in. Don't feel like you're going to be interrupting me. Your job is to stop me from doing other things in this. Okay, but we're gonna go into Thrifty Druid Nicole. She's doing like a motivational Monday show, and she's a sweetheart, and yeah, and I think you'll get some good information out of her. Remember, with all seller chats, to verify information that If someone talks about policies and procedures, make sure that you go to help.whatnot.com to confirm that what they're saying is still accurate and true, because things change all the time. And sometimes sellers don't even realize what some new policies are, even if they're doing seller chats. Also, when you go into any seller chat, whether it's mine or anyone else's, take what you like and leave the rest. Just because we're saying this is one way to do it doesn't mean that's the only way. So, again, take what you like and leave the rest. And always, as always, be kind to yourself and be kind to others. And I will see you tomorrow. I'm changing up. I'm not going to be doing my selling show today. I'm not feeling great. So, I'm not going to do my selling show. Thank you guys so much. Let's go visit Thrifty Drew Nicole, and as always, let's throw a whole bunch of Canada flags in the chat and test her geography knowledge. Love you. Thank you, Deals on Styles. Love you both. Bye for now.